Now we're going to look at the Enhanced Remove tool inside of Photoshop and the ability for it to find random distractions to remove anything. So if I locate the tool right here inside my toolbar, there's the Remove tool. If I click on this, up top, I can choose to find distractions. And we used to have people and wires and cables, but now we have general distractions right here. Before we choose that, note that we can change the mode of operation for this tool. So by default, it's set on auto, where it may or may not use generative AI, or you can force generative AI on or force generative AI off. I'm going to keep it on auto here. And we're going to find some distractions. So general distractions, find. And of course, like anything generative AI, this will take a few moments to process. We'll just wait for it to complete. All right, so what we see here is it's found a number of different things. We have barriers, drain elements, fixtures, highlights, identified objects, and also spots and dust. So if we look here, things are actually highlighted in different colors. Let's try to get that image down below, and we can see what each of these has chosen here. So if we look at barriers, that's a kind of salmon color here. If I toggle that on, we can see the barrier gets highlighted. Now you can also click on this and choose a specific color. So if I want maybe choose like a dark blue for that, you can see that's now represented inside of the photograph. Drain elements. Okay, so it's selected part of this building as drain elements. I don't think we really need to remove that, so I'm gonna untick it. Fixtures. And it's selected these chimneys here. And if we want to remove them, we can. Maybe I'll keep that on the queue to remove. I'm not quite seeing what's being selected by highlights. Oh, wait, there it is. So it's this little bit down here and maybe some more stuff. But yeah, there's highlights. We can remove that. That's fine. Identified objects. I'm not noticing really anything here, but we'll keep it on. And then spots and dust. So it sees this over here as spots and dust. One of the problems with this photograph, and I probably should have chosen something else, but one of the problems is that everything's pretty blurry here. We've got a really shallow depth of field when we're dealing with our subject juxtaposed against the background. So the AI is going to have a much more difficult time trying to figure out what these things are. And notice you can also say select all, but I'm going to keep those drain elements in there. And when you're completed with this, all you have to do is commit it with the check mark here. So I'm going to apply to current strokes, and we'll see what comes up. Oh, did a pretty good job. So here we have it. And notice that we could have created a new layer here if we wanted to, which I thought I had that checked, but I didn't check it and verify. So let's do a Command or Control Z to undo that. And what I'm going to do is tick create new layer. And that way we can easily go through and, see everything before and after the distraction or removal has occurred It's going to be a lot easier to compare rather than just trying to remember what was there before. All right, so let's just remove drain elements and hit commit. And notice create new layer is checked this time. So, whoops. And here it goes. All right, now we have our two separate layers. And I have to say, it does make a big difference between the two, even with just those small elements being removed. The subject is now much, much more set apart from the background and even the midground elements in terms of that barrier there. And note that we can also, since we've created a new layer, turn off the original layer and we can see all the spots that have actually been removed. So it does a wonderful job at this. And yeah, this is remove distractions, remove anything inside of Photoshop.